I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed.
Child, we have new developments in this lawsuit between Jay-Z and his alleged son. I am not the best at legal analysis because, child, I am not a legal professional. Okay. I didn't go to school for this, but I try to do my best in terms of bringing information from lawyers that I trust. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. By the end of this video, we'll go through a chronological order of the recent developments in the case, but we're also going to see what an actual lawyer has to say about this. So please sit back, relax, bear with me. And oh, before we get into it, I've been wanting to ask y'all this question. So please, before you go any further, pause the video. Do you guys prefer shorter videos, 8 to 10 minutes, or do you prefer longer videos, about 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes? Put a 1 in the comments if you want shorter videos, or 2 in the comments if you prefer longer videos, okay? I just want to give you guys what you need. Let me stop talking and let me play for you what one of my favorite attorneys had to say about this. And so we'll analyze it from her perspective.
The Jay-Z paternity test saga is over. I'm your legal bestie, attorney Simone Ramir Satterwhite, and his mother, who's now deceased, and godmother, for the last 15 years have been filing lawsuits claiming Jay-Z is his pappy. He just dismissed his lawsuit today, and here's likely why. Number one, this was never about paternity. He actually did not ask for a paternity test. He was asking for all the money that he would have been entitled to if Jay-Z had been found to be his father. But here's the
Okay, that is a huge detail there, because just in layman's terms from regular people, like, we're all saying, like, Jay-Z, just take the test, just take the DNA test. But I haven't looked at the court document specifically. Let me know if you have. But this lawyer right here is saying that according to the documents, he's not even contesting paternity. He's asking for basically all of the money that Jay-Z would have or should have provided to him if he was indeed his father. That is a big, revelation right there.
the problem. At the same time his mother was filing these lawsuits about Jay-Z being the father, she was collecting child support from another man and did so for 17 years.
So they said that the other man who could have been the possible father, they tested him, he wasn't the father, but once again, it's coming out that she was taking child support from that man for 17 years. I mean, what do you guys think about this?
That man was even on the birth certificate. So the court said, hey, you can't collect child support from another man, have him presently on the birth certificate, and then go and ask for another man to take a paternity test. As a result, the court found against her and actually sanctioned them. Ramir.
Okay, so you can't have one man on the birth certificate, but have another man paying, and have him paying child support, and then try to say there's another man who is the father.
This year files a lawsuit in California.
And they were sanctioned for that. Interesting.
Court. That case was dismissed by Ramir because he likely understood that Jay-Z already received a court order of over $200,000 in lawyers' fees from the prior frivolous lawsuits. And those lawsuits were attached to the properties of the godmother of Ramir. As a result, she wasn't able to sell some of her real estate. In other words, if Ramir goes through with this lawsuit, he's going to owe Jay-Z hundreds of thousands of dollars in attorney's fees. Also note, for the last decade, these people have all been proceeding pro se. The fact that nobody, not even Tony
pro se means no lawyer, okay?
Busby, who hates Jay-Z, would take their case is an indication that there wasn't a case. This was frivolous.
So that is interesting because it's like, yeah, wouldn't you think that attorneys would be drooling over this case to try to take it because they could potentially make money from it, like a lot of money, and get notoriety because you are going up against one of the most powerful people ever. And so it is interesting that no lawyer has volunteered to take over this case. She said not even Tony Busby, child, who we know is in a bunch of litigation back and forth with Jay-Z, and he allegedly hates him. So that's another interesting point.
And last but not least, for all those saying, oh, well, if Jay-Z's not the father, he should just take the test. As a lawyer, absolutely not. If you know you've never been with that woman, that's all the more reason to not take the test.
So
this man, over 10 years, has already cost Jay-Z's hundreds of thousands of dollars and won't let up. And I can tell you, those kind of clients, it's never enough. As a lawyer, you should not take that test because it opens the door. Then you're going to have all kinds of other people whose mothers you've never slept with also standing in line trying to get a paternity test. I'm your legal best.
So that is a good point. Shout out to attorney Simone Redwine. I love her. But she's saying that, like, as a lawyer, she would not advise her client to take the test, especially if the client knows that I've never been with this woman. However, the woman, which is Ramir's mother, before she died, has a sworn affidavit saying that she believes that Jay-Z is the father. I don't know. Isn't there a picture of them? But allegedly, like, they had been together like maybe once or twice or whatever. Obviously, this woman is from Philadelphia. Jay-Z is from New York. So it's very it's a little bit confusing. I wish there was, like, Ramir here and the attorney here so we can talk about it and get a clear conversation, because you have one side saying that, yeah, they definitely were together in terms of sleeping together, not being an actual couple. And then this attorney is saying, well, if Jay-Z is saying that he's never been with this woman, then yeah, I would advise my client to not take the test either. And it makes sense from a legal perspective, because then you'll have a whole bunch of people, bitch, I'm gonna get on the line too and say, yeah, bitch, my mother slept with Jay-Z too. You got to check for me, So it's like, I understand it from that perspective, especially how we just saw how Cassie opened up the door for a lawsuit against Diddy, and then now everybody coming with a lawsuit. So it could be a domino effect if the defendant were to be found liable. So I think that this is good information. And it's good information. Is it completely applicable to the actual facts of what happened? I'm not sure, once again, because the mother seems very adamant that she did sleep with Jay-Z. So I don't really care too much about this scenario. In all scenarios, I just want the truth. I'm just trying to get closer to the truth, which is why I consult with my lawyers. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Once again, there is a hearing to dismiss this case, like, in September, and so we'll see about that. But here someone posted a picture and they squished, like, Jay-Z and Ramir's faces together to make this, and they do have a strong resemblance. I can't lie. I can't lie at all. So try to be as, like, unbiased in your commentary and your feedback. I know that there's a lot of strong feelings against Jay-Z right now, especially among my audience. But once again, every time I talk, every time I talk, it's facts. I'm just trying to get the facts. I'm trying to get closer to the truth. So once again, thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. I really hope that you learned something. Shout out to attorney Simone. Go follow her. Go subscribe to her on YouTube. Love her channel. I'm always watching it. And yeah, make sure to come and join me over on my Patreon, where you can find this video and others with an ad-free experience. Okay, so please like this one, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's your girl Vina Love, the Harlem Princess, your favorite princess, and this is Destiny Below.
Period.